5 months pregnant, and the reason why it's so important to have this food is because I don't want me to starve, and I don't want my unborn child to starve. As any mum would do anything to protect their child, that's what I'm determined to do, and that's feed my unborn child, to make it grow, to make it strong.
96 citations, more than $192,000 in potential fines, not for dealing, not for trespassing, for handing out soup. In Houston, the fourth largest city in America, feeding a hungry neighbor on a public sidewalk is a crime. Welcome to Homeless in America. Houston reinvents itself every decade, a city of 4 million that built itself on energy and ambition, where the skyline is a testament to what grit and capital can build together. But beneath those towers, on the sidewalks of downtown, something else is being built, a legal architecture designed to make homelessness invisible, not to end it, to move it where no one has to see it. Today, we follow that architecture to its sharpest edge, the moment when a city made it a crime to feed someone who was hungry. If these stories move you, subscribe now. Part 1. Context and Crisis. Houston has a story it tells about itself. Since 2012, the city's coordinated housing initiative, The Way Home, has housed more than 100,000 people. Houston is cited nationally as proof that housing first approaches work. That story is real. It is a story worth telling honestly, which means holding its contradictions in the same frame. But in 2026, the point-in-time count found 3,321 people experiencing homelessness in Harris, Fort Bend, and Montgomery counties. Of those, 1,270 sleep outside on any given February night, roughly every seat in a mid-sized concert hall. The full-year figure is more telling. 35,988 unique individuals touched the homeless response system in calendar year 2025. 7,110 people entered homelessness for the first time that year. And the shelter system that's supposed to catch them is shrinking. Available beds in Harris County have fallen to the lowest level in at least 2 decades, roughly 2,600 temporary beds as of early 2025, a 13% decline from the year before. During that same period, unsheltered homelessness rose nearly 16%. Beds down, people outside. Those two facts together tell a story the city's progress narrative doesn't. Now, meet the woman in the middle of it. She's 58 years old, retired school teacher. For 7 years, she spent her Saturdays cooking vegetarian soup and driving it downtown to the library plaza. She learned names, she brought ladles and plastic cups, and 7 years of Saturday mornings. In March 2023, a police officer walked toward her folding table. She received her first citation under a 2012 city ordinance, $254 for handing out soup. She didn't pay it. She went to trial not to fight the fine, but to fight the law. Part 2. The spiral. To understand what's happening in Houston, we need to look at what criminalization actually means on the ground. They are not lawbreakers. They are people caught in a system that has quietly made their daily survival illegal, one ordinance at a time. In 2012, Houston passed a city ordinance that makes it a violation to provide food to more than 5 people in need at any outdoor location, public or private, without the property owner's permission. The fine? Up to $2,000 per violation. Since March 2023, volunteers have received 96 citations under this ordinance. That's potentially $192,000 in fines for the act of feeding people. The city offers one approved outdoor feeding site in all of Houston, a parking lot behind a police station at 61 Reesner Street. Advocates say that location, a police station lot, actively deters the people who most need a meal. Think about that design for a moment. But the feeding ordinance is only one layer. Houston's expanded civility ordinance now bans sitting, lying down or storing belongings on sidewalks in downtown and east downtown, around the clock, 24 hours a day. Violation is a Class C misdemeanor, up to $500, and, as of September 2025, a change to Texas Health and Safety Code allows peace officers to detain individuals suspected of mental health crisis without a warrant. You cannot eat where you are. You cannot sit where you are. And the city can now detain you for how you appear while you're standing. This is not disorder. This is policy. Part 3. Faces and the day. No one is born with a dream of sleeping on the street. He's 64 years old, spent 2 decades in warehouse logistics lifting, loading, routing shipments through a system that kept Houston's economy moving. A back injury ended that. His disability payment settled at $680 a month. The cheapest studio apartment in Houston runs $400 more than that. Every month, his landlord sold the building. The new owner doubled the rent with no notice and no relocation help. He was out within 60 days. Now he eats dinner at the Library Plaza 4 nights a week, or he used to. The plaza is patrolled now. Dinner depends on whether a volunteer risked a citation to show up anyway. The approved feeding site is 9 blocks away, requires a bus ride he can't afford. A day in his life starts before 6 a.m. because the civility ordinance means no sitting on sidewalks once enforcement begins. He moves before the citation officers arrive, walks to a day shelter for coffee and a locker if there's space. If the bus fare isn't there, he walks. At night, the approved site has closed. The plaza is watched. He carries everything he owns in one bag: ID, medications, a change of clothes, the paperwork for a housing waitlist he's been on for 11 months. That backpack is not a sign of disorder. It is a filing cabinet. It is a medicine cabinet. It is proof that a person is still trying to hold their life together from the outside. The meal he can't always reach. The shelter bed he can't always find. The ordinance that makes both harder to access. This is the city he lives in. And the loop that keeps him there is not invisible. It is written into the city code. Part 4. Locked doors and light for a locked doors. The barrier loop in Houston is precise. You cannot access stable housing without a current ID. ID requires an address. To maintain an address, you need income. To find income, you need an address on a job application. To find a place to stay while navigating that loop, you need to eat. And in Houston, eating on a public sidewalk without a permit is a violation. This is not a personal failure. It is a cage built from paperwork and ordinances, and the door has been welded shut from the outside. Black individuals make up 56% of Houston's homeless population, while making up roughly 19% of the region's overall population. The weight of this cage does not fall evenly, and the one entry point into services that Houston's ordinance has approved, the police station lot, sits at the intersection of exactly the fear that keeps the most vulnerable people away from help. 4B light/signal. But there is something else happening in this city. On Fannin Street in Midtown, a building called Search Homeless Services has operated since 1989. Street outreach, drop-in day center, permanent supportive housing, employment services, adult literacy, and a program called House of Tiny Treasures Early Childhood Education for children of families experiencing homelessness. Search Homeless Services, 2505, Fannin Street, Houston, Texas, 77002. Search is a partner in the way home, Houston's coordinated homeless response system. In 2025, that system housed 2,135 households. Its 2-year housing stability rate stands at 85%. From a conversation at the door to a profile in the system to a shelter slot to permanent housing, the path exists. Search walks it with people. The volunteers who still show up at the Library Plaza, citation risk and all, are doing the same thing. They are the first handshake before the door opens. Part 5, Hope Plus Outro. Houston has housed more than 100,000 people since 2012. That number is not a talking point. It is 100,000 lives with a different trajectory. The federal lawsuit challenging the feeding ordinance was filed in January 2024. The court process continues. 2 petitions calling for the law's repeal have gathered more than 100,000 signatures matching, person for person, the housed. Progress is not linear. It is fought for, meal by meal, at a folding table on a sidewalk, by a retired school teacher who shows up 4 days a week with a stack of citations in her tote bag and a pot of soup on the cart beside her. Here is the question Houston is really asking. When a city criminalizes the act of feeding its most vulnerable neighbors, what does that say about who the city believes belongs here? Subscribe to Homeless in America for more stories like this, and drop your answer in the comments. We read everyone. In this moment, we offer a quiet prayer for every person experiencing homelessness in Houston. May you find safety in the days ahead. May gentle hands reach out to you with kindness. May the weight you carry begin to lighten, and may a warm, stable home soon welcome you back. Thank you for staying until the very end.